Chapter 878. Therefore, this isn't something that we can decide as if we're still teenagers. We have to think carefully and consider everything before we come up with a mature decision. Trump replied immediately, "I can't accept what you've just said. I know that you still have feelings for me deep down in your heart, and I have feelings for you too. Since we still have feelings for each other, why can't we get through this together then?" As he spoke, Trump forcefully asked, "Nataria, I want you to tell me the truth. Do you have any feelings for me now?" Nataria was slightly embarrassed as she replied, "How do you expect me to answer your question? After all, we were both deeply in love and we had such a good relationship back then. We were each other's first loves, and we have already been deceiving ourselves for more than 20 years now." After that, Nataria replied, "I've already told you what I feel about this matter. We shouldn't only be considering our own feelings and deciding our relationship." Trump cried even harder, and he looked like an aggrieved child who had suffered a lot of grievances. He had already been suffering too much emotionally for so many years. That was the reason why he felt such great comfort when Nataria came back home. As soon as he saw Nataria, he realized that his life has always been in dire straits for the past 20 over years. He did not want to continue living that kind of life. Nataria could not stop her eyes from turning red when she saw Trump crying desperately like a child. She walked up to Trump before she used her sleeves to gently wipe away his tears. After that, she said in a distressed manner, "Trump, I know how you've suffered a lot for many years. If only we could turn back time. If only we could go back to the day before our graduation ceremony. If we could turn back time, and even if I found out that you had sex with Elaine then, I would never have given up on you and let you go." After that, Nataria sighed sadly before she said, "It's a pity that it is all in the past now. No one can turn back time. In the blink of an eye, we're both already middle-aged people who have already lived for almost half a century." Trump grasped her hands tightly before he said excitedly, "Nataria, it's precisely because we can never turn back time that we shouldn't waste any more time. We shouldn't miss out on even a single second to spend the rest of our lives happily together." At this point, Trump was very excited. He knelt down on the ground with one knee before he blurted out, "Nataria, I want to be with you." When she saw Trump kneeling down, Nataria suddenly panicked and she hurriedly tried to pull him up. After that, she blurted out, "Oh, Trump, what are you doing? Stand up." Trump replied stubbornly, "If you refuse to go out with me, then I will just keep kneeling here until you promise to be together with me." Nataria glanced at the kitchen door before she said anxiously, "Trump, please get up. How are we going to explain this if the children come in and see this?" Trump replied seriously, "If Viley comes in and sees this, I'm going to tell him that I am deeply in love with his mother. I'll tell him that I want to be together with his mother and I hope to receive his blessings. If Emma sees us, then I'll tell her that I love you and I want to divorce her mother so that I can finally be together with you again."